That you a friend of me with the trace of an enemy. You got the trace of a traitor. Only time I'm your bro is when you need a favor. You a whole hate.
Well, it looked like Sony has let it out of the bag that they're going full force on streaming everything, basically. I know a lot of people were actually, kind of concerned about, Sony, or just concerned about just this generation and what it meant to just kind of like stream versus owning your own properties, with the whole Google, the fuck you call that shit again? Google Stadia. And yeah, like it's it looks like it's happening. It looks like Sony is definitely forcing the hands of anybody really that is opposed to this. So that's why I see that's going on with this particular service. So from what I could tell, there was some sort of investor meeting earlier today, and within this meeting they basically stated that every game that's on the PS5 will be streamable. They haven't mentioned what device would make it streamable or what device would it be streamed on. The remote play is available. We don't know exactly what's going on with that, but for the most part they basically are stating that every game that is released or everything that's backwards compatible will be on their cloud server, which essentially is the Microsoft Azure, whatever it is, the Microsoft cloud-based systems. That's what they're basically going to be doing, and it makes sense now. Now that I'm looking at it, if they want to put that many games on there and have it worldwide as big as PlayStation is now, they can't build that infrastructure in time, nor do they have the money to do that for something that's not really proven. It's nice for people to say that, oh, okay, well, I mean, some kind of agreement was struck between Microsoft and Sony, because they tried to go to Amazon, and Amazon wasn't having something that they were asking for. But apparently there's some sort of mutual benefit going on with, the PlayStation and or not PlayStation, Sony and Microsoft. Either way, get into the meat and potatoes of this shit, because I want to make this video as quick as possible and spit this shit out and be one of the first. Anyway, I'm really not one of the first, to be honest with you. So, but from what I could hear, from what I understood from the slides that they had and some sort of investors meeting, one, they reiterated that it was possible that loading times are like decreased by like 10 times. You had an 8-second loading time for for Spider-Man, 8 seconds, and then they put it on the next generation console because it's backwards compatible, and they were able to shave off almost all of the 8 seconds, almost all of it, which is insane. It looks like they want to do this immediacy type thing again, where you can get your services immediately. You can, whatever product that they're looking for, you can get it immediately, which they were kind of doing with the PS3. They were trying to do it with the PS4. We didn't have the technology to really do it. Fuck it, now we do. So, oh, my bad. Fuck. Anyway, so that's what was going on. They also mentioned that, like I was saying earlier in the call, that they're looking for now. I see it. Whatever. I'm just gonna have to hold the video. What they're looking for basically is to have the next generation, all the next generation titles released on the cloud where you can stream it. Which is like, I don't know how the fuck they're gonna do that. Microsoft is all over the place, all over the world. They have government contracts with Microsoft have government contracts. So they're all over the state. They're all over, the United States, and they're all over the world. So this would make sense. Obviously, Sony has something to bargain with since they're in the gaming community, and that's probably one of the reasons why they were able to do it. Bargain. And it's probably going to do it for cheap, which is, what they were looking for in the first place. But what does this all mean? I personally think that you will be able to use the remote play feature if you don't have a PlayStation 5 and be able to send that information over to whatever device that you wanted. They probably have some sort of algorithm to basically speed up or shrink down whatever data is slowing down the process. There's always going to be latency with it. They want to be serious about it. Microsoft also wants to be serious about it, and they're sharing technology with it. So that's what it looks like that they're doing. I'm sure that's what they're doing. I don't think there's any doom and gloom with it. I think that Sony wants to be ahead of the game. They want to make sure that because they are the first people, really, a major major company to try to do the streaming services. That's what I see. They want to get that shit out the way. It's just, I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know what they're planning on doing. All I could do is speculate. Like I said before, they're going to do the whole remote play for people that don't have it. You'll be able to take your games on the go, or whether it be on your phone, whether it be on Apple TV, or whatever device that you're using to do it. And they're going to use the Azure cloud-based system to speed up that process. For people that don't have a PlayStation 5, they're going to be able to get a taste of the PS5 on whatever device that they want using this particular cloud service. Are they going to put it on opposing companies like, I don't know, the Switch or Microsoft's console? Who the fuck knows? It could very well be streamable on an Xbox Anaconda or another device. We don't really know. But maybe you don't have all of the services on the PlayStation. On this PlayStation Now, or maybe you do. I don't know how that's going to work. It's just, who knows? Your guess is as good as mine. This is a very interesting time. They're obviously still competing with Microsoft and everybody else. But I think one of the things that they can leverage is that they have the games. They have the games to make it pop. They have the games that make the service worthwhile. And maybe that's what they're kind of, aiming for. We don't know. But that's what they were saying. They were saying basically that they are trying to have all the games that are going to be released streamable, either through PlayStation Now or remote play. And I don't know how that's going to work. I'm a little worried. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little worried about the future of gaming if they're trying to really push for this. And the only way they can push for it is to make it mandatory that all of them would need to be streamable. And that's what they plan on doing. They're using their clock to basically have all these games released. I don't know. I'll keep you guys updated. That's what I can really understand about this, is basically remote play. I think is the key to everything. Or what they're really saying behind, if you read between the lines, it looks like that's what they're really going for. But like a remote play looks to be the key. Maybe, I don't know, like what device would you be able to use it for? I don't know. How much is it going to cost a month? They said that they still have the release pricing. Maybe they're going to subsidize the price of the PlayStation 5 with online, with the PlayStation Now or PlayStation Plus. We don't know, but I'll keep you guys abreast. Peace.